Hello friends, hi, how are you? Yeah, today we are going to see about data types in C language. What is a data types? What are the types of how many are there in data types? How we need to use in C language? We are going to see today. Yeah, data types. Data types. Here, the what is called as a data? What is the definition of data? Data, what is data? Data contains the information, right? Yeah, what generally everyone knows. Data means something, it has some information, right? So data is nothing but a information. Data is nothing but a information, right? Yeah, data is nothing but a information. Data is, it contains the information only. Okay, now the definition of the variable already we have seen yesterday class, I think. uh, Variable definition. Variable means what? Variable is a name. It is a variable is a name that contain, that can store the value. It, the variable, generally why we are using variable? Variable is a name, okay. We use to store the value actually. The variable we are using to store the value. Okay. Now what is the syntax of the, what is the syntax of the variable? Variable syntax is the data type. The first word is the first token is the data type. The next one is the variable name. Okay, this is the syntax of the variable. The next is, if you want, I'll write the example also for the variable. For example, integer x. This is the example of the variable. It is a data type. This is a data type. This is a variable. Type of, which type of variable? Integer type of variable, this one. So coming classes we'll see about the type, why it is type of integer, not character, not double. So we'll discuss about that later in classes. Now what is a data type? Data type definition is, data type is a keyword which is used to storage of the data elements. Data type is a keyword storage of data elements. Okay, or else we can call it as a variable memory locations. Variable memory locations. Okay, variable memory location. There are three types of data types are three type of data types are available. Those are primitive data types. Second one is derived data types. Third one is user defined data types. What are the data types are comes under primitive data types? Means integer, character type, float type, double, etc. Okay. In derived data types there are three actually. Under derived data types there are three: arrays, functions, pointers comes under the derived data types. What are the user defined data types? Structures, comma, unions comes under the user defined data types. So why we are calling as a primitive data type, as a derived data type, and user defined data types? So we need to know, right, why we are calling these. Here primitive data types, these are the fixed, already defined data types. Already defined data types, we cannot change the size of this. Okay, these are fixed size. Whereas derived data types, arrays, functions, pointers, size, this may user will, these are the fixed data type, but the size will be changed according to the size, according to the mentioned index value here. Function arguments, pointers, pointers, double pointer, single pointer, like that. It is there. Coming classes will see. We have this is one chapter, functions one chapter, pointers one chapter. We will see definitely this. And user defined data type, structure, these are the user defined. The user can define the size of the structure. Based on the member of element, the size will be decided. Based on the size will be member of the number of the members, the size will be, structure size will be decided. That is why we are calling as a user defined structures, user defined data types. Okay, so now we'll coming to data types. So the data type size, actually that is depends on the processor. Based on the processor, the size will be decided. Some processors will be like two. For example, character is a 1 byte. For example, integer is 4 bytes. In 32-bit processor, it is a 4 bytes. In 64-bit processor, it is 8 bits. Like that, it is there. Based on the processor, we need to see first of all the processor, what is the bit. So if it is 64 bit, 32-bit or 16-bit. Based on that, we need to decide. We need to know the size of the data type. Okay, so I'll explain you. I'll teach you the size of the, what are the data types, what is the size. Okay. Short integer, short integer, or unsigned short integer, unsigned short integer. What is the size of this? 2 bytes. I'm considering his processor is a 32-bit. Okay. Integer or unsigned integer. It's a 4 bytes. The third one is long int or unsigned long int. 4 bytes. Here, for example, unsigned long int. It is a 8 bytes. Please remember all the size, the data types and sizes. The ranges also I'll explain you later. After this, you need to remember definitely these things. Okay. The next one is character. Float. Double. Long double. Character is a 1 byte size. Float is a 4 bytes. Long double is 8 bytes. double is 8 bytes. Long double is a 16 bytes. 16 bytes. These are all we need to consider as a processor is a 32-bit processor. If it is 32-bit processor only, will the data size of the data types are these. These are come under the primitive data types. These are all come under the primitive data types. Okay, please remember these. These are all primitive type of data types. Okay. Yeah, these are the primitive data types. Already I have explained about the derived data types and user defined data types. These are derived data types are there are different chapters are there. When we start that chapter, we'll brief about it. And structures and units, we have another chapters also. Structure is one chapter, union is one chapter. We'll see at the time that the clear about that picture and all. Now we'll see the next topic is constants. Constant. What is constant? We need to know the constant definition, right? So it's a basic thing, but we need to answer it. If any interviewer may ask the question, what is the constant? What are the types of constant? What is the data type? What are the basically the beginners should know all these definitions and as well as sizes of that and the ranges of that also. Okay, so now constant means constant is a value that cannot be changed during the execution of it. Constant is a value. Basically, we will see this is a one constant, we can say. This is one constant. During execution time it will not change the value. Okay, this is a constant. There are different types of constants are there. What are those? We'll see. Numeric constant, character constant, string constant, these are the three types of constants are available. Now in this there are again two types of constants are available, that is integer constant and real constant. We can call as a float constants. So here there are again integer constants categorized as a three types: decimal constants, octal, hexadecimal. Okay, constant is nothing but a value we cannot change during execution is called as a constant. Constants are three types: numeric constant, character constants, and string constants. Numeric constants again categorized into integer constant and real constant. Okay, the next thing is integer constant is divided into three types. Those are decimal constant, octal constant, and hexadecimal constant. So for each one we'll see the example. Numeric constant means we know at least one letter should be a constant. At least one letter should be a constant. It should not be separated with the commas or full stops, anything. So these are not valid in the numeric constant. Numeric constant may be positive or negative. It may be anything. Numeric constant. Okay. Integer constant. Integer constant under decimal. So any value any value any value will be with base 10. This is called as a decimal constant. If any value with base with 8, it is a octal constant, octal integer. If any value with hexadecimal 16, if it is their hexadecimal constant. Okay. So I am writing some 0 1 2 3 3 7 0 5. These are all valid decimal constant. For example, 2.5, some 3-5, some 98 space with 5. These are all invalid decimal constants. Remember these things. octal is should be start with the 0. Okay, 05, 077, 0324. These are the valid octal. Now in hexadecimal will be X format. X means hexadecimal format. So 0x231, 0x123, 0x754. These are all hexadecimal format. Okay, these are all hexadecimal format. And real constants. The next we need to discuss real constants. Example of the real constants is 0.5, 0.3, 5.3, 400 something 0.0, 000 point something 73, and 5597.83. These are all real or floating point constants. Okay, next one is character constants. Character constants. So already in previous class I have explained about the character, how we are denoting character. So basically anything like this is a enclosed with a single code, we are calling as a character. And for example 9 and S something D and something S, these are all called as a characters. So anything will be closed with a closed with a single code, we are calling as a character constants. Character constants. For example, I said these are the valid, right? If I am writing here invalid characters, see here. For example, single code with multiple letters, 4. For example, the single character with the double code is not valid. Only space, not valid. The character without single quote, these are all invalid characters. Invalid characters. Okay. The next we need to see is string constants. String constants. Anything will be closed with a double quote, we call it as a string. Example of that, double quote with These are all called as a string constants. Okay, the any string will be ending with a null character. Please remember, end of the string is a null character will be present. Without this, there is no ending of the string. With this only we are the string, the whatever the variable is getting no, the string is going to end. Okay guys, for today this is enough. These are the basic things only. These are the basic things only I am teaching. So if you have any doubts related to C language or your career or anything related to embedded systems, please contact me through the my telegram channel. I am giving you my description also. Please watch this videos for the next class. Before coming to the next class, please watch this, and if you have any doubts, post in telegram channel. I will reply you back definitely. Whenever I get time, I'll definitely reply you. If in case if you are not clear also at that time with your doubts, I will take class also, one more class for only to clarify the doubts of yours. And please share this videos to your friends also. If they may get some benefit from you and from my side also. Subscribe this channel and like and share with your friends. Thank you. Jai Hind.